Noah and the Ark. Before this story, we learned the story of Cain and Abel. Cain's anger and jealousy led to the death of Abel. Now, we will learn about how God chose to deal with the continued choices of wickedness and sins of human beings, but how He also has a plan of redemption, inspired by the book of Genesis. People were being fruitful and multiplying, but the people on earth were also so wicked and violent that God had regretted even creating them. And God thought, because of the people's wickedness, I am going to send a flood that is going to destroy every living thing. Yet, there was one man named Noah who was righteous in God's eyes. God said to Noah, "The people are so wicked and evil, so I am going to bring a great flood on the earth. This flood is going to destroy everything on earth. But because you have been righteous, I will spare you and your family. In order for you and your family to survive the flood, you must build an ark." Then God gave Noah the instructions he needed in order to build this ark. Noah and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, built the ark exactly as God had instructed. God told Noah, "Every kind of animal will come to the ark in pairs. Make sure you bring enough food with you for your family and for the animals." Noah followed every instruction that God gave him. God told Noah, "Go into the ark and take your family with you. The rain will fall for 40 days and 40 nights. It will destroy the land and all those who live on it. But your family and all the animals that come to you will be saved." Then Noah, his wife, his sons, and his sons' wives entered into the ark, and every kind of animal showed up in pairs. There were 7 pairs of clean animals, 7 pairs of each kind of bird, and 1 pair of every other living creature. When Noah's family and all the animals were secured in the ark, God shut the door. 7 days after they entered the ark, the rain started to fall. The floodgates of heaven opened, and the springs under the earth burst open. Noah was 600 years old at the time. The water rose so high that it covered every mountain. Every person and every animal that had breath in their lungs were destroyed, except for Noah's family and the animals on the ark. After the 40 days had passed, it quit raining, but the earth was still flooded for 150 days. God remembered Noah's family and the animals, so He stopped the water from coming from the sky and the springs under the ground, and He made the raining cease. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down, and the ark landed on the side of a mountain. After 4 months had passed, Noah opened a window and sent out a raven to see if the ground was dry. But the raven did not return. Later, Noah sent out a dove, and the dove returned because there was no dry land for it to perch on. 7 days later, he sent the dove out again, and it came back with an olive leaf, meaning that the dove had found dry land and came back. Noah waited another 7 days and sent the dove out again. This time, it didn't return, so Noah knew that the water was not covering the earth anymore. 1 month later, Noah opened the door and saw that the land was dry. God told Noah, "Come out of the ark." So Noah brought his family and the animals out of the ark and offered a sacrifice to the Lord. God was pleased by Noah's sacrifice and said, "Never again will I destroy the earth with a flood." God gave Noah permission to eat animals and plants and told him to multiply the earth again. God put a rainbow in the sky and said to Noah, "This rainbow is a sign of my promise to you that I will never destroy the earth with a flood again."